Hello, and welcome to Organ Miniatures, a weekly video series aimed at demystifying the organ. I am your host, Rob Hlebinsky. Let's begin. In the last few weeks, we have looked at almost everything that there is to use on the organ console. If you've missed any of those, please be sure to check them out. This week, we're going to take a look at all of the other odds and ends that don't fit neatly into one category. Last week, we took a look at the swell shades, which are controlled by pedals located above the pedal board. You may recall, though, that only two of those control the swell shades. The third pedal, which is the one on the right, is called the Crescendo pedal. This pedal does have an effect on volume, but its function is somewhat different than the swell shades. The Crescendo pedal allows the organist to move through a set of predetermined settings of stops, also known as registrations. It usually begins with just a few stops and then progresses all the way up to full organ. This has the advantage of not having to hit a number of pistons in quick succession. Another benefit from using the Crescendo pedal is that the stops, while they're added, don't actually get pulled on, which allows the organist to preserve his original registration. Let me show you an example of how the Crescendo pedal is used. I should point out that not every organ has a Crescendo pedal. Another handy feature on many organ consoles is the Sforzando piston. Now, in music, a Sforzando is a sudden increase in volume. The Sforzando piston on the organ allows the organist to suddenly pull on all or almost all of the stops on the organ. This piston is usually accessible to both the hands and the feet. Like the Crescendo pedal, it has the benefit of not actually pulling on the stops, even though it activates all of them. This is what it sounds like in action. If you've seen my Let It Go video, you may recall the use of a bell-like sound near the beginning of the piece. If you haven't seen the video, then you have no idea what I'm talking about. Some organs have a function that's called a Zimbelstern. Now, a Zimbelstern is a set of small bells or chimes that are played in quick succession. Think along the lines of wind chimes. These vary from organ to organ in what they sound like. Here's what this instrument's ones sound like. Many organs have a stop labeled tremolo or tremulant. Pulling this stop on causes the air pressure to waver, which gives a vibrating sound similar to vibrato in the voice or on a string instrument. The tremulant has an effect on the tone quality of the stop and is frequently used with softer stops for an effect. This is what it sounds like both without and with the tremulant. Last but not least, we have the chimes. Chimes are built similar to pipes, but instead of air traveling through them to produce sound, chimes are struck with a mallet, which gives them a percussive sound. Here's what they sound like. And of course, the most important feature on any instrument is the cancel button, which is always found under the lowest manual on the right-hand side. Always be sure to press this button before you get off the organ. So this concludes our tour of the organ console. As you can see, there's a lot here, but hopefully breaking it down into its individual components has made it less overwhelming for you. Next week, we're going to go up into the chambers and look at the action that actually allows the pipes to sound. In the meantime, if you have any questions about anything we've seen here today, please feel free to ask in the comments, and I will do my best to answer each question. Also, we are nearing the end of my first series of videos looking in detail at the different components on the organ. Now I want to hear from you what you would like to see in future videos. Please let me know in the comments what you would like to learn about the organ, classical organists, composers, organ music, or even what you'd like to know about me. I want you to be involved in the content that I put out, so please let me know. See you next week.